Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. So for the scent of the day, I have these little incense cones and they're in sandalwood spice. And for my candle, I am back on this one because I did burn through all the other one that I showed you last video. But as we're on the topic of fragrance, I did want to talk to you about the fragrance that I am wearing today. And for my perfume, I'm wearing this Valentino perfume and I mixed it with the Intensa. And I just wanted to ask if I'm the only one that finds these inside magazines or catalogs and I'm like, oh, paper perfume, I'm gonna rub this all over my body. Because that is exactly what I do with these. If you're new around here, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you will never miss anything interesting. And I also post every single day on Instagram and on Reddit, so if you like new, daily, updated content, be sure to go follow me over on there. Welcome to another Sunday, guys, where we will be going over the palette of the week. And for this week, it's the ABH and Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. I got this palette inside one of my BoxyCharm Premiums, and I was so excited about it. Let's hop right into the overview. So this big thing is the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. And the outer packaging is definitely a hard plastic shell. And it has little gold butterfly motifs all over it. And once you open it up, you're greeted with a very large mirror inside. Inside you will find 16 mattes, 2 sequins, and 7 metallics. The matte formula itself is very impressive. It's very intensely pigmented. It blends with ease. Even the lightest shades that I use didn't blend away. As far as the sequin shades, they are just like the matte formula except they have tiny little pinpoint specks of glitter inside. And if you do layer them up, it does have light reflecting properties. And now for the metallics, some of them have a base pigment and some of them don't. They're not the best metallics I've ever used, but they do work and they are pretty. And they also pick up well on a brush. This palette also includes a very nice light to dark gradient. Okay guys, now I'm going to pop up some swatches so you can see all the colors swatched out. Okay, now I'm going to give you some information about this palette. ABH Norvina created this palette to be a professional grade artistry palette. It is also described as an autumn themed color story. This palette is cruelty free and it is vegan. And now we're going to talk about the cost. The cost of this entire palette, if you went out and bought it today, is $60. If you break that down a little bit, it costs $2.40 per shade. And breaking that down even further, it costs $1.33 per gram. And when I created a look using this palette, I just absolutely adored it. I didn't get any creasing or patchiness with this. It's a very soft press, so there was a lot of kick up in the pan and definitely a lot of fallout on my face. So I highly recommend doing your eyes first with this palette. But by using this, it's made me want to use all the other ones in this collection. If you're on the fence about purchasing one, then I absolutely recommend it. So now let's scooch in a little closer and get on with the tutorial, shall we? Hi guys, and welcome to the tutorial section of this video. Today we're going to be creating a spotlight eye. So I put some crazy glitter on my face to go along with this crazy color story that we're working with. Like I said, we're going to be using the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. And if you check out this color story, it's definitely a rainbow palette and the colors are strewn all over the place. So you can create a ton of different fun looks with it. So for our prep steps, we're going in with the usual Revlon Candid Concealer to prime. And I found my L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil, so I'm going to be using this to tightline today. Now these are 2 steps that I do regardless of the eye look that I'm creating. I want you to let me know in the comments if you just want me to get rid of this priming step and do this ahead of time so I don't have to do it on camera. But if you guys like watching it, then I'll keep it in. So just let me know if you want me to continue showing the prep step on camera. Now we're going in the tightline. Now for the 2 brushes that you want to pull out first, you're going to want a small flat detail brush and then a small dome blending brush. So with the detail brush, I'm dipping into E1. I'm going to look straight ahead so my eye's in its natural position. And then right above the natural crease, start sketching out my top shade. You want this shape to kind of come out to a point. So I just draw a little point right here. Now once you have your shape drawn on, you can go ahead and darken it up and fill in your entire lid with it. Now it's time to use your blending brush to blend this out. So I just take my brush and go in little circles around the whole entire outer edge. And then once I do that, I go back and forth all around the outer edge. And then I do a mixture between the two. And I continue to do this until I feel satisfied with the blend. Now once you get that blended out, we're going to go into shade D3, and we're going to put that right on this harsh line of the first shade. And then we're going to give that shade a good blend. And now we're going to dip into our last shade, which is A1. And this is like a bright neon yellow green. And we're just going to put this on the exact edge of the shade we just put on. And the last thing is to blend this shade out. Now what we're doing is we're filling in the center shape that we just made, and we're using shade B4. And when you finish getting your matte purple on, now we're going to go in with the purple shimmer, which is shade E5. And you're just going to put this anywhere you want, but I like to focus mine on the center strip of my eyelid. And the first thing that we're going to do is our waterline liner. And I'm using the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner, and this is in the shade Vivid. I just thought it looked really cool with the purple that we have going on. After you get your waterline done, then we get to go in with our shadow. So for this, I'd like to take an angle brush, and it's a little bit thicker if you have one of those. And I like to go back into the shade E1, and about a quarter way from my outer corner, I'm just gonna stamp this on. And now for the inner 3/4, we're gonna take shade A2 on that same brush, and stamp this from the inner corner to that green shade. Now for our inner corner, take your favorite inner corner highlight brush and go into shade C1. The shade is so pretty for the inner corner. You can even take this on the brow bone if you want to. Okay guys, so here's the finished look, and I used the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3, and I had so much fun doing this look. So like always, let me know in the comments below if you have this palette or you're planning to get it. But that is all I have for you today, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you didn't like this video, hit the thumbs down button, and until next time,